Realistically, I have maybe 4 or 5 GTA games left before I die. Yeah, maybe 4. Maybe 4 for all of us. That's optimistic. Yeah, I know. There's rumors they're working on a brand new IP. So imagine if they get a new IP, because there was a guy that was hired at Rockstar, and he specifically put on his LinkedIn that he was working on medieval architecture and like foliage and stuff, which a lot of people were like, why would you need that if you were working on GTA 6? What? How does that make sense? Even like Red Dead 3, why would you need to work on medieval architecture? Even Bully, why would you need to work on that? And so the speculation was that they were working on assets for the next game, doing like pre-production work, building assets for the next game, which is going to be like a medieval knight open world game. Whether that's true or not, I kind of doubt it, just because there's been no rumors or even like trademarks or other stuff confirmed around that. But it wouldn't surprise me if they shake it up and do something different. I mean, they did 2 Red Dead games. They did now, 6 GTA games. Wouldn't surprise me if they wanted to try something different and create a new IP. And if they do that, then they would be rotating through 3 big IP, because they probably do this new IP that takes 6-7 years to put together. And then they come out and they do maybe Red Dead 3, if they choose to do that. And then they come out with GTA 7. And that would be like, what, 15 years from now? 15, 20 years from now? I'm kind of sick of medieval games right now. I mean, right now, but in 6-7 years, will you be tired of those? I don't know. Maybe not. Red Dead Redemption 3, the prequel. Dude, what I want them to do, I know I've said like the obvious thing, which is like pirate game, but what I want them to do is to create basically a Red Dead Redemption 2 style game, but in Victorian England, set in the late 1880s. I want them to go, and it's all about this bizarre like butting of heads of the old ways and the new ways, the new technology versus the old technology. I think it could be fascinating. You do little Jack the Ripper stuff, the Thames Torso murders. You could even do sort of an LA Noire style detective game with modern tech, where it's about solving these serial killings that were happening at the same time. Because people forget, dude. People forget. Oops, I just closed something. Oh, God. I don't know what I closed. But people forget the Thames Torso killings. These happened like at the exact same time as Jack the Ripper, okay? It was in England from 1887 to 1889. The Whitechapel murders were in the same time period, dude. November of 1888. 1887 to 1889. Like, either it was the same dude who was doing all this, or there were like 2 serial killers in London at the same time, at a time in which they really didn't have any idea of what was going on with serial killers. They had no idea. So imagine if you set a game during that time period with Rockstar's level of production quality and everything. You do sort of an LA Noire style thing, and it's about trying to solve those crimes and murders. It could be crazy good, dude. Fascinating. Because they sort of did the serial killer detective thing. Team Bondi did, published by Rockstar with LA Noire. And, they experimented. It wasn't just like be the detective that solves a serial killing. They also experimented with like, at one point you're doing like, arson, and then you're doing drug crimes. Like they did a bunch of stuff. So there's ways that they could do it to shake it up, but I think that could be really interesting. And frankly, I don't think there's a way to do a game in 1880s England without addressing those killings, because it was kind of like the biggest thing at that time period. So you kind of have to address it. But yeah, I think that'd be crazy. Bro, a Peaky Blinders game? Don't get my hopes up, dude. That'd be killer. That'd be so good. They could afford to get actually get Cillian Murphy in it if they wanted to. Imagine if they did that, the melding of universes. Wouldn't that be crazy good? Oh my God.